Hi, and welcome to Inviting Your Guests. More than likely, I've already set up a Facebook event because I usually do those items pretty quickly. So there's a few things to note when you are inviting your guests. Many people just click invite on Facebook, add the names, and away we go. It's actually more to it than that, and there's a few things you want to keep in mind. So when inviting people to a Facebook event, you want to keep it between 40 and 50 guests. When you get above that number, people look at it and they don't really feel like it's a personal invitation. They feel like it's kind of spammy that you've just invited your entire friends list, and therefore you don't really need them there. You don't really care. We all know that's not true, but think about when you get an invite, what that makes you think of when you see hundreds of people invited. So you want to try to keep it to 40 to 50. There's always exceptions, and if you think you've found that, you're more than welcome to let me know. So something to keep in mind. After you invite folks to your event, you want to use the message guests option. So in the event, there's a button that says message guests, and it's going to use Facebook Messenger and allow you to write message to everybody that you've invited. You can either use the invited, the accepted, or the maybe column, depending on who's responded. This is really important because you want to let people know that you want them to be there. So within that message guest, it does have an option to send them all individually, which I highly suggest. A group message is not the best way to go. Send them individually, but write something that is generic and it doesn't have any names in it, so you can have the same message go to everybody. You know, something like, hey, I'm having a 31 party. I'm really excited. I hope you can join us. It's on, such and such a date. And this goes for whether or not your Facebook party is tied to an actual Facebook party where it's 100% online, or whether the invite applies to in-home parties. So it's really important to send that extra. It also helps make sure that people saw the invitation, because sometimes it doesn't come through notifications. There's so much going through, people don't see it. So that message triggers somebody to take a look at it. So that's the first thing you do after you've seen that event. Now, as you get closer to the day, you want to make sure that you are talking to people. So you are more than welcome to share your Facebook event on your personal page. You can just, share the event itself. Say, hey, I'm having a Facebook party. If you aren't invited and you want to let me know. I can also provide you with an image that you can put on your Facebook page that says, hey, I'm having a party, something to that, versus sharing the actual event. Your choice. Just let me know which way you want to go. But it's that extra kick to talk about it. If somebody didn't see your first invite, didn't see that event, they may see that post. When you get closer to the actual date, 2 to 3 days is probably the best. You want to contact your guests again. So you can go through your RSVP list, see who hasn't responded. If they've responded yes, they're probably okay, or they're probably good. You don't need to remind them. But there's that extra personal piece if you do. But the ones that haven't responded at all, either the unknowns or the maybes, those ones you want to reach out again. So you can do it a couple of different ways. You can use message guests again and reach out to them, and just a type message. You can do message guests, see if you can do a voice message and contact everybody. Or you can use a image. Using message guests, the images may not always work, but this also works really well if you are texting or anybody. So this is just a post-it note, and all I did is wrote, "You coming" on it. So just, do a selfie, have someone take a picture of you, and just kind of picture like, to show you're excited and to trigger somebody to say, hey, you're interested. So it doesn't have to be a big contact, but it's just that extra reminder. And you don't always want to just do everything 100% on Facebook. I highly recommend texting people, email if you have contacts that prefer that way. Tell people in person. Do something to let them know that you want them to be there. And those multiple ways of communication also give somebody a way to say, hey, I'm sorry I can't make it, but I still want to order. That gives you the trigger to say, okay, the link's in the party, or here's the website, or I can get you a catalog. So it's a way to collect those outside orders, because they're just as important as the ones that come in during the party. Really help your rewards up. most important thing is that you contact guests 3 times. You don't want to do it 3 days in a row, so you got to choose the timing depending on when you're viewing this video to when your event is taking place. But it's really important to make people feel special, like you want them there, and that they are important to you as individuals and not just numbers to earn rewards and get free stuff. So you got to make it a little more personable. If you have any questions or looking for something to know how to make this work or even how to use the message guest option or Facebook Messenger, you are more than welcome to let me know because I am here to help. Looking forward to your party!